One of my favorite things about Comet Together is that in it we create comic books within the comic book.
It's very meta.
It is very meta. So Astrid creates her own comic book called, and they call them Comet books, called Rainbow Barf: The Adventures of Unicornia. And the idea here is that Astrid is really good at drawing, but she's not a very good writer. So the story I had tons of fun coming up with because it's pretty random. It's all about just like barfing and donkeys playing turtle ball, which is totally random. And then it just all ends happily ever after. There's like no story development, but the illustrations are so fun.
Yeah, the whole thing was just drawing cool things, just random things, rainbows, birds singing, like cool trees, whatever.
And Eunice, you had to really work hard to make this look naive, but also like a pretty skillful kid drew it.
Very challenging to make it look naive. So I picked a pen that looked a little bit more like a crayon to try to at least give it a little roughness. But yeah, it was really quite challenging actually to draw badly.
Yeah. And then we get to Stella's book. Now she's a good writer, but she really doesn't know how to draw. She draws stick figures. So her book
I have to say I really enjoyed drawing in stick figures for a while. It was much simpler than my usual fare.
So her book is an elaborate story about a space mermaid and a sharktopus. And it's got this pretty involved story with multiple characters, and there's like a challenge that needs to be overcome and whatnot. But the illustrations are just so naive. But I actually love the illustrations.
I mean, I kind of loved the sort of the simplicity of the illustrations, but still getting the humor in there with the facial expressions. Like I love the squid octopus guy, or sharktopus, excuse me, sharktopus. It's a shark head with octopus legs.
Yeah. And ultimately they collaborate to create these fantastic comic books which combine the best of each of their skills. And yes. I just love the way that you did like the lettering on Sharktopus Menace, Burrows in Space. They take the burrows from Astrid's book and make it into its own book. And instead of just randomly barfing rainbows, they make it into a how-to book.
Yes.
How to barf
Barf rainbows. Important information to have.